Join us for tonight's news after the break.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Which one are we living on? It's right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea.
We're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
It's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome to the Rowan Rundown, where we have an exciting night ahead. The coronavirus has a new victim. Places where the coronavirus struck are filled with empty streets, eerily quiet malls, dark storefronts, and only a few people willing to take the risk to venture outside. Cities are being described as ghost towns. Because of the lack of people going out and going to places, the stock market is down. $2 trillion in the matter of days. Customer Growth Partners estimates retail sales in the U.S. will grow 4.1% in 2020. But the forecast assumes that the coronavirus is substantially contained by April. However, the growth could be cut in half to about 2.2% if the coronavirus is still in the U.S. into June. The Dow hasn't fallen this much in a week since 2008. Former Michigan wrestler talks about experience with sexual assault. The whistleblower whose letter to the University of Michigan athletic director Wade Manuel alleging sexual assault sparked an investigation into a former school doctor says he was inspired by the women who testified against convicted Michigan State physician Larry Nassar. An attorney for Tad DeLuca said Thursday that his client complained to his wrestling coach in 1975 that Dr. Robert E. Anderson molested him during medical exams. In response, then-coach Bill Johansson humiliated DeLuca, kicked him off the team, and effectively removed his financial assistance. Tad DeLuca wants Michigan State to know he will not be silenced. The former mayor of Baltimore, Catherine Pugh, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. She was convicted for leading a scheme that sold her self-published children's books to nonprofit organizations to promote her political career and fund her run for mayor. Pugh spoke through tears for about 10 minutes before her sentencing. She apologized and said that no one is more disappointed than she is in her actions. Coming up later is Renee on-set Q&A. Coming up later is Renee with the on-set Q&A.
Great.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
It's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Which one are we living on?
Alex Zweifholder, age 22, son and native of Bloomer, kills 2 in Florida to join a resistance group fighting Venezuelan government. The son of the Bloomer police chief is in federal custody for allegedly taking part in the murders of 2 people in Florida. Authorities believe the murders were a small part of a larger plot to rob the couple and use the money to travel abroad to Venezuela to fight the government with the resistance. Now Connor with In My Opinion.
What are we living on? It's right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach?
They're all a part of our...
Chances are, you have no
We're
idea.
gonna turn on the lights and everybody look up.
Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
7, 8, 9, 10. Rowan University's Education Expo connects school district representatives with students including graduating seniors and alumni who are provisionally or fully certified to teach or will have a certificate of eligibility with advanced standing. This is Rowan's attempt to help current students correct with professionals in their fields to help them gather more information. More information can be found on the Rowan announcer for February 27, 2020.
And now, Marissa with the special report on mental health.
Good evening. Today we have a special guest named Jordan Hartledge. We're going to be talking to her about mental health at colleges, the services they offer, and her own experiences in the topic. Now to Jordan to ask her first question.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. What have been your personal experiences overall with mental health in colleges?
So with our mental health, I feel like, especially me, I've struggled with like a lot of anxiety, like from classes, deadlines, studying, and then also having to balance going to school and work. So it's been kind of stressful, and that's kind of triggered my anxiety. And then with the anxiety, it kind of triggers like depression and behavior like that. It kind of makes you feel less motivated than normal. So it's kind of a struggle, you know, to go to classes or to meet deadlines and stuff like that.
It's one thing after another, it feels like.
Yeah, it's like a snowball effect.
Yeah, it's deal with one thing and then another. Now you transferred from RCGC to Rowan.
Yes.
And you started in biology, correct?
Yes.
Now what major are you studying in now?
I'm a psychology major now.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like psychology is more my speed. Bio is a great major, but the STEM classes are really hard. I mean, all classes are hard, but STEM, especially at Rowan, is more difficult than it was at RCGC.
Now, have you ever sought help or services from either of the universities you attended?
I actually did not, just because I had private counseling, which I'm lucky to have. And a lot of people don't have accessibility to that, but I know there are counseling services on campus for people that need it.
How do you feel about Rowan's statement that you get up to 12 counseling services per year and there's almost always a guaranteed wait when you sign up?
I don't think that is really helpful to students. I mean, it's great that they offer those services, but students pay a lot of money to go here and they want to pass their classes. And like I said, sometimes you just lose your motivation, or you can't get in the right headspace to go to class, or, you know, to do the things that you need to do. So I feel like by helping them with mental health, they're helping them succeed and make sure that everything is going smoothly. I think 12 counseling sessions per year is kind of like spreading it a little thin, just because that's 6 like per semester. And normal people, not normal people, but like normally when you're in counseling, you go once a week. Some people go twice a week consecutively, and 6 per semester might not be as helpful.
Now, how can college students help each other regarding the mental health issues going on?
I feel like they just need to support their friends if they're feeling depressed or anxious, or if they are struggling in their classes. Go to your peers, ask them, you know, to help study, or just to be able to vent your problems. And then if you have someone going to you, then you should listen, maybe give them some advice, and then if they are in crisis, then maybe alert a counselor or a medical person on campus.
All right, Jordan, thank you so much for being here tonight. You gave us some great insight on your personal experiences with mental health. And now back to the desk.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
And now we have entertainment with Conlon.
Thanks, DJ. Shark Tank star and businesswoman Barbara Corcoran got scammed out of nearly $400,000 recently when her bookkeeper approved a transaction that was supposedly for real estate in Germany. The thieves used an email address similar to Corcoran's assistant, but only off by one letter. No one noticed the mistake until the money was already wired. Corcoran is keeping a cheerful spirit about the whole ordeal, saying, quote, "It's just money." Clothing giant Calvin Klein has released a new line of underwear, and you will certainly recognize the majority of the models. Celebrities Justin Bieber, Lil Nas X, and Kendall Jenner were among the most notable celebrities to be photographed by legend Mario Sorrentini. The company's line launches March 1st. Jersey Shore's biggest star is walking away from the show. Nicole Snooki Palazzi is set to leave the cast of the show after nearly a decade on the air. Being 32, married with 3 kids under the age of 8, certainly has its challenges, and that's what the star is focused on for now. Instead of the drama that surrounded her in the past, while being part of the show, her last words on the show, "I just feel like people move on sometimes, and having 3 kids, leaving and doing all of it is just really, really hard for me." Well, that's what's happening in Hollywood. Back to you, Des DJ.
Paris Musée des Arts Décoratifs, located in Paris, France, which is attached to the Louvre, inaugurated to the press. Thursday, a fully renovated 1,300 square meter wing dedicated to fashion. The museum says that the so-called fashion galleries is now the world's largest fashion exhibition space. The landmark renovation fruit of a multi-million private donation is being launched with a show called Harper's Bazaar, First in Fashion. That traces the fashion magazine history. It will run through July 14th, 2020. Spanning 2 floors, the multimedia exhibit showcases glimmering gowns by some of the best fashion designers. After all that controversy, is it true the Proud family will be back to Disney Channel on Disney Plus? Coming back with a new title, The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, the cast will stay the same, and the animation character Penny Proud will now be a high school teen, probably making TikTok videos. Fans are still waiting for the exact release date. Coming up, Rowan Chess will be kicking off its annual classic on Thursday, January 30th. The tournament will be taking place at 2096 James Hall at 8 p.m. Standard Time. The tournament will cost $10 to enter, while all students are welcomed with no charge, with cookies also being served before round 1. Any further questions can be answered by Chess Club President Andrew Randolph. Coming up, a look at the weather for the week when we come back.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
It's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do-It-Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
And now to Kevin with sports.
Jerry Price, Austin Kearney, and Malik Sanders all received recognition for the 2020 NJAC Men's Basketball All-Conference Team as chosen by the league's head coaches. Price was named to the All-Conference second team, while Kearney and Sanders each received all NJAC honorable mention, marking the first ever league honors for all 3 players. Price is the team's leading scorer and is ranked 10th in the NJAC, and he was named the NJAC Player of the Week recently when he led the Profs to win over Stockton and Montclair State. Kearney was named the most recent NJAC Player of the Week after he scored a career-high 24 points with a perfect shooting game from the field, going 9 for 9 in the first round win at Ramapo. Sanders is the team's second leading scorer. He ranks 3rd in the NJAC. This is also his first season at Rowan. Rowan is 15-11 and is in the midst of a 6-game winning streak and visits Stockton in the semifinals of the 2020 NJAC Men's Basketball Championship Tournament on Wednesday, February 26 at 7 p.m. Back to you at the desk.
Now coming up, Gary.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Sorry.
Should Rowan University strictly enforce jaywalking? Renee will help us answer those questions. How you doing, Renee?
Hello. So authorities are about to take more action to students crossing the street here at Rowan University's campus. And it's not shocking to most of us that we find ourselves driving or even walking and having trouble trying to cross the street. In most cases, it has caused way too many altercations between students and drivers.
So why now is Rowan deciding to, enforce these laws?
Well, speaking from experience, I have recently had a friend who was hit by a car here at Rowan. That wasn't her fault, and I can understand that most drivers find it frustrating just to decide to walk across the street without even looking or giving the courtesy to drive or stop, which is one of the big reasons why authorities are trying to stop things.
What do you think is best for both students and drivers in this situation?
Just one thing I want to say is that we live on a college campus, so we should always be aware at all times, and I just want to say that students and drivers should always pay attention and be aware of your surroundings.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And when we come back, a look at the weather.
I see it, I see it.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Well, Thomas,
the weather's looking really good for us this weekend. Gary tells us what's in store.
Taking a look at the forecast for tonight, going to be a little bit colder, 27 degrees, mostly cloudy. So a little bit of a difference from today where it was a whole lot of sunshine, but a whole lot of wind to go with that. Still feeling a lot colder as we take a look at the 5-day forecast where Friday, getting into this better trend of better weather, whole lot of sunshine, 42 degrees the high and 25 the low, and then Saturday continuing that trend as well. High 37, low 23, but still plenty of sunshine to go along with it. Sunday, finalizing that trend, whole lot of sunshine, high of 41, low of 28, as Monday will get away from that trend a little bit cloudier, but temperatures rising just a tad, 51 degrees the high and 39 the low. And then Tuesday, changing things up a little bit, whole lot of clouds, but whole lot better weather, 59 degrees the high, 50 degrees the low to finish out the 5-day forecast. Today, obviously, tons of wind throughout the day. As you see here, flags going hard to the right. No chance of you being able to walk at all, as it was incredibly windy all day long and made it a whole lot colder for that fact, as well as you see here, taking a look at Holly Point Commons. However, it was very clear. No clouds in sight except for maybe a tiny two, nothing too crazy, but still all around a really pretty day outside besides the aggressive winds. But besides that, it's fantastic. There you see plenty of sun as well going along with it. All around, take away the wind. It was a fantastic day, as we talked about this wind.
Look, here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's springtime, so you're either gonna get a windy day, a rainy day. Hey man, as long as it's getting warmer out there.
This wind, man, it was killing me because I got bangs,
okay,
but I push it over.
So you had to keep.
So my hair was like going crazy. It was sticking up. I looked dumb. Like, that's why I'm happy the wind's not in here.
Maybe you should get a haircut.
I don't have the money for that, dog.
Yeah, I understand.
We ain't got the money for that yet. We ain't got the money for that.
Okay. Well, that's all for tonight's newscast. I'm Dylan Peters. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Come on set. Take ownership.
Oh yeah, one more time.